නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Noble One, the fully enlightened One. Dear friends in Dhamma, dear listeners, today the topic of this discussion would be the difference between Samatha and Vipassana meditations. Samatha means mindfulness meditation, the method of meditation for mindfulness. Vipassana means insight meditation. So, discussing the difference between these two techniques of meditation would be the topic of today's discussion. I think you all may have practiced meditation many times in your lives. Not only Buddhists, but also non-Buddhists are fond of practicing meditation in various techniques that belong to various schools and various religions. Mainly, Buddhism teaches many methods and techniques of meditation. Apart from Buddhism, in Hinduism there are many techniques and methods of meditation. As well as Hinduism, in some of other religions too, the meditation is practiced. According to the original interpretation for the term bhavana, the translation would not be the term of meditation. Instead, we can interpret it as mind cultivation or mind culture. Mind culture or cultivation would be nicer terms than meditations, but usually as a common term we use this term meditation even in the case of Buddhist mind cultivation method. So, as this common term that is being used by everyone, we also use this word meditation in order to interpret or in order to mean the term bhavana or mind cultivation. Now, let us have a look at the two main techniques of meditation that are being taught in Buddhism, Samatha and Vipassana. I think the term Vipassana is now more popular than the term Samatha. There can be people who don't know the term Samatha, but it is very difficult to find a person, especially among those who are interested in Buddhism in East and West, that do not know the term Vipassana. The term Vipassana or insight meditation is that much popular. especially in the Western world and Europe. In Eastern world, the Samatha meditation is also being practiced as much as they practice Vipassana meditation. So, our question would be, what is the difference between these two techniques of meditation? What is the necessity of teaching two kinds of meditation? If taming the mind is the only aim of Buddhism, if being aware of the mind is the only aim of Buddhism, if getting rid of defilements is the only aim of Buddhism, why are there two kinds of meditation techniques taught? This is the problem. So, let us have a look at this problem and let us try to solve this problem. Samatha meditation. Samatha is used for calming down the mind. We all know in our day-to-day lives there are billions of objects that we take as physical objects to see, to hear, to taste, and so on. These objects are called arammana in Pali. So, there are 6 kind of external objects that the people take into consideration, that the people feel, that the people see, and that the people know. So, these objects or arammanas are various. There are many thousands of different objects. So, because of taking these different kinds of objects, the mind does not remain still. The mind does not remain calm. It is very hard to keep or retain the mind, keep or calm. The aim of Samatha meditation or the mindfulness meditation is to calm down the mind and to keep the mind in one place. For example, think about the place where you sit or where you stay at the moment. Were you able to keep your mind or retain your mind in the place where do you sit now or where do you stay now in this moment? I think you were not able to keep your mind in the place where you are now. The mind might have run to many places during several seconds. So, this is the nature of the mind. It is like a muddy water bucket. When a water bucket is filled with muddy water, we can't see any object in that water bucket. But if we let this bucket, the water of this bucket calm down, then what happens? We will be able to see all the objects very clearly. The duty of Samatha meditation is exactly the same thing that makes the muddy water calm and clear. As the person is able to see all the objects in the water when it has become clear, it is similar to the mind, it is similar to the duty of the samatha meditation, mindfulness meditation, that makes the mind calm, quiet and clean and pure. So, the person gets the ability of seeing all the things very clearly. There are 5 hindrances that cover our view by seeing the things clearly. Because of the 5 hindrances, we cannot see through, we cannot see what is beyond. The hindrances are like a net. We have to cut down this net and see beyond. We have to go through this net in order to see the things as they are. Samatha meditation helps us to cut these nets and see through. This is something very important in the study of the mind, in taming the mind, for the people who like to get a better result by doing meditation. Therefore, the technique of samatha, the technique of mindfulness meditation, is something that can be practiced before beginning vipassana meditation or insight meditation. But we know there are many meditation centers and masters in the world that teach vipassana meditation directly at the beginning. Yes, there are people who are able to practice the vipassana meditation or insight meditation before practicing samatha meditation. I mean, without making the mind calm and quiet, clean and pure, one might be able to begin the insight meditation and see try to see the things as they are. So, the duty of the vipassana meditation is to see the things as they are. For example, at first sight, when you look at me, you see a monk wearing a robe, having shaved hair, you can see a monk. But when we see the things very clearly, when we try to see the things as they are, you can't see a monk here. You will be only able to see 5 aggregates here. What these 5 aggregates are? The first aggregate is form. So, there is a form, you can see it, but the real form even you can't see through eyes. The second aggregate is feeling. You can feel something, but you can't see the feeling, or you can't feel the feeling sometimes. The third aggregate is perception. The fourth aggregate is formation, mental formation or formations. The fifth aggregate is consciousness. So, physically you see a monk, but if you see through insight meditation, you can only see 5 aggregates here, these 5 aggregates. So, this is the duty of vipassana meditation, making the person able to see the things as they are, not to